come on. And here we are. Kemmets is on pole, Wiggle alongside. And the first of 4 races this week at Spa is underway. And it looks like Kemmets has had a really good start. Plenty of room down into turn 1. They're going 3 wide, it looks like, a few of them. I think Ryan was involved in that. And as a result, he's lost out to Chives, who's had a monster start. He's up to 5th place. So far, so good. No funny business from anyone. That guy's lagged out. He's struggling with internet issues tonight, I think. Chives, those medium tyres, they just show you how much traction he doesn't have compared to the rest. And there goes Ryan, just squeezing Chives off track, but seems pretty fair between. Of course, no DRS until lap 3, so now it's just down to people's traction, confidence, ERS, and speaking of ERS, we have Flew, and this is a bold move from Flew. Looked like he was going down the inside of Ripley, contact with his teammate. Dayman was trying to force his way up the inside as well. Chives has lost out there, and I'm not sure we can really blame Chives for what happened there. I think it was just a bit of a series of unfortunate events. There's a virtual safety cars out as FB Uno has crashed. Ryan will be hoping that he can somehow reduce that gap to these top 4, otherwise he's just going to get further and further behind. And so all of these, well, as 3 of these top 4 have DRS, and Ryan doesn't. Flu's doing well in P6, but he's been pursued well by Ripley. To the pits for his drive-through, which he got for speeding under VSC. And here comes the DRS we like to call train. Ross soaring into the lead. The routine move. Not much that Kemmets could do to prevent that. Oh, and where is Prev gone? Prev's had a moment. Just recovering. He's lost a lot of time and a lot of... Ross here. Could be in a bit of a prime spot to build a bit of a gap on Kemmets, which means Mr. Wiggles now is in a prime opportunity to get past. Kemmets struggling with the ERS management. The red flashing light at the rear of the car indicates you're below, I think it's 25% ERS. So Kemmets has been using a lot of it to stay within touching distance of Ross. And there goes Chives past Wee. To the pits, it's Ripley. Chives and deflated Wee super close. Chives won't have the DRS on Prev. Prev will have the DRS on Flew, which means we may see a couple of changes in position here. Also, might have seen Kemmets get past Wiggles, but not quite close enough into turn 7. However, both of them pitting, as you can see on screen now. Ryan is in 4th. Flew is leading this battle for 5th. Ross and Ryan stay out. 2 championship protagonists. But there is a 6.7 gap between them. So Ross definitely has the advantage in terms of this race and the championship at the moment. But those pit stops from Wiggles and Kemmets mean that Ross does have to respond this next lap, otherwise he may run the risk of getting overtaken on the undercut opportunity. Here comes Prev now. Flew opting for the inside medium line. Braking as late as he can. Prev leaving the space and getting third place. Deflated Wee holding off Chives once again. Really is a good battle between them two tonight. But Chives going down the inside of turn 10. Deflated Wee just being forced a little bit wide perhaps. Stays out. Flew comes into the pits. Here comes Deflated Wee. Chives braking a little bit earlier because the DRS detection line is just here. So Chives will get the DRS to fight back. Ryan leads Prev by 3.7 seconds now. Deflated Wee is a couple of seconds behind. However, is now going to be Chives in third. Easy move. And a very shrewd move. That guy looking to get past, Mr. Wiggles looking to get past that guy. That guy isn't pit yet, so his tyres are a little bit shredded. And Mr. Wiggles, by pitting one lap earlier, now finds himself only a few tenths behind Ross. Clements, meanwhile, has lost a little bit of time on his outlap. So Ross is in the net lead of this race, wants the top two pit. Once again, I spoke a little bit too soon. There goes Mr. Wiggles into the net lead of this race. There are your two race leaders in the foreground. Chives and Deflated Wee going once again at it on the racetrack. That guy behind you can just see getting his second time penalty of the night by just running wide at turn 9 there. But Mercedes powered cars in the McLarens, two Ferrari powered cars in the Alfa Romeo and the Haas. Chives takes the leads. Ross and Wiggles having a nice little fight as well. Mistake from Deflated Wee. Those tyres a little bit too old right now. Ross swinging it around the outside. Has track position here on his teammate. There goes Mr. Wiggles. Those new tyres going to serve him well. They look to go side by side. Deflated Wee left the space. Fair play to him. As a result, that outside line just favoured Mr. Wiggles more than it did Deflated Wee. Tidy's Bear's out and he's crashed at turn 11, and I wonder if there will be a safety car. Yes, there will. And for these top 5, that is bad news. They've all just gone past the pit entry. But for Greg, this is good news. He can get those mediums off the car if he wants to, and he can have effectively what is a free pit stop. And he does. And those soft tyres have given him already an 8/10 advantage on Ripley. Already finding himself under big pressure from Ross and Wiggles. Question will be, can Prev, Flew and Ryan hold off those behind? Got 4 drivers behind them on soft compound tyres, and here comes Ross. As Flew gets a time penalty. That's not something you see every day. Ross now up into second place, and that is exactly where he wants to be. He needs to remain within 3 seconds of Chives if he wants to win this race. Mr. Wiggles now with the time penalty, just running wide at turn 7, dropped to the back of the field. Bit of contact. Ripley did well to get out of it there. But it was a nice opportunistic move there from Wiggles. Wiggles will be hoping that Ross doesn't run away with this now. He'll be hoping that Chives and Ross fight as long as they can, so Wiggles can get back within a second of the top 2 and get the DRS when it is activated next lap. Lap 17 it will be active. Dayman has had a moment and he is off in sector 3. Ross takes the lead of the race and now has 7 or 8 drivers behind. I'll make that 10 drivers who are within a second of each other. Chives not giving up on this. Bit of contact, and Chives does make his way back into the lead of the race. Dayman into the pits, where he retires. Just looking for a move on Chives. Slight bit of contact. Nothing too extreme. Again, more contact. We did say expect drivers to go too wide through some of these corners. Chives still trying to fight down the inside of Puon. Well, I don't think we had the best angle there. But Chives is round and dropping places. Between him and the lead of the race. He's got the slipstream, he's got the DRS, he's using overtake, and he is rewarded with the lead. 10 minutes into the pits where he retires, 12 runners now. Has Prev behind, who sails past with the rear wing open. I have to say Ripley has done very well, considering he's on 10 lap old medium tyres right now, and a bit between his teeth. He's definitely going to get P4 at the end of the race. However, if he wants to try and get Prev, he needs to get past Ripley. Just to go very similar speeds. Ryan with a bit of a dive bomb there. It's a bit cheeky, if I'm honest. Ripley did well to avoid any contact, so kudos to Ripley. Ryan does go up into P4. Oh, deflated whee there. Soft tyres on the car. Ripley has had a bit of an unfortunate lap. As we left off, Ross could be on for his 4th race win of this season. Prev, interesting tactics there. I wonder what you two drivers think about that in the chat. Going wide at turn 1 purposely, allowing Ryan past, so that on the way down to Eau Rouge, Prev can get the DRS. However, I've seen this move not work before, and without wishing to sound a bit too harsh, do look a little bit silly, and on this occasion it hasn't quite worked for Prev, who's now got deflated whee behind, and deflated whee is on the soft compound tyres. Be his hope for a podium over. Mr. Wiggles will come round to take the checkered flag. In the end, he will be 2nd place. He's got the 3-second time penalty, which means he will stay on the podium ahead of Ryan. But Ross, Mr. Consistent as ever, never getting a penalty is Ross. And as a result, Ross wins this race by Mr. Wiggles. Here comes Ryan out of the final corner, and Prev has lost it. Prev desperately unlucky. Ryan on the podium, as we knew. Deflated whee, what a performance. 17th to 4th tonight. Ripley on his home Grand Prix. Bold call staying out, but P5 pretty good. Prev across the line and has finished, even though he is stationary. So a few bits of contact here and there, but on the whole, nothing too dirty. Greg missing out on Prev by just under a second. Deton in 8th, flew 9th. Chives 10th on what could have been for Chives. Slight bit of contact with Ross